All right. So today I want to talk about a whiskey that was very hard to get. It was very hard to acquire. It was this one here, Ryujin. It has been starting to appear in a few liquor stores here and there. I found it first when I was traveling from up north and didn't get to see it for a few months, but now it's starting to appear everywhere and I've been trying to find some reviews on it and I have found nothing. This has been a very, very mysterious whiskey. I don't know who exactly produces it. I don't know how old is it. All I know is like some little pieces of information that I find online. I've heard that it is at least 3 years old and it has been aged in Japanese Misunara cask for at least 12 months. So I'm guessing that is like a type of oak that only comes from Japan. So today we're gonna unwrap it and we're gonna try it. And I also have the E.H. Taylor single barrel that I got from one of my buddies, and I want to have like a test comparison for the both of them. So first we gotta remove this little seal that he has here. It's like rope. So I'm guessing you can use this as a coaster. It's like waxy paper. It has some little gold flakes up in there. Interesting. And the most beautiful part of this bottle, the golden dragon. So the name Ryujin, I hear that it comes from Japanese mythology. It is the name of this river spirit that is a dragon, and his name was Ryujin, and that's the inspiration behind this. So, well, let's try it out. Now I gotta remove the plastic seal. Perfect. All of it came out, and it has a cork. Apparently not many Japanese whiskeys come with a cork, but this one does. And I hear that is because the cork, the longer the whiskey sits around and you don't consume it, with time the cork may start to rot. That's what I've heard, and that's why the Japanese don't tend to use corks for their whiskey. So this is maybe a very unconventional whiskey, huh? Oh yeah, and by the way, we're from my office. We're here in my office. My office is more like my tattoo station or my tattoo room, and I have all of my displays here and there and all over, all around me, and also a lot of art in here. We do a lot of art here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this. I'm gonna have to remove the dragon real quick. God, look at this. So cool. You can probably put this on anything. It's a very beautiful bottle too. You see all these little textures? Yeah, it feels really nice on your hand. It's like you're holding a flower pot. I'm gonna go ahead and pour the E.H. Taylor as well. I want it to air out a little bit. Yeah, very different smells. So the E.H. Taylor is 100 proof. This one here is 80 proof.
I can't reach the internet right now. Check your modem.
Oh yeah, that is my assistant. She has not been doing very well lately. She talks every once in a while, randomly, so don't mind her. My assistant, Google. So yes. Let's start by comparing the colors. Look, it is like a nice yellow color compared to the E.H. Taylor single barrel that is an amber color. And I sold them both. Yeah. This one has a very nice smooth body. Just roll it and just like slowly see the droplets fall, like not very fast at all. Let's try this one here. Just about the same with this one, but slightly more droplets. The smell is not very strong at all. It could be because of the 40% alcohol volume that it has. So this one has a very like herbal, kind of like flowery scent to it. It could be because of the kind of cask that it was finished in. Somehow I think of like kind of like cherry blossoms, honestly, like cherry flowers. Cherries and flowers, that's what it comes into my mind. Very fruity, very floral. More floral than herbal. You know, the A.H. Taylor. Ooh, this smells fantastic. Immediately, the smell is a lot stronger than this. And again, it could be because of the 50% alcohol into this. Yeah, this is kind of like fruity, kind of herbal, kind of grassy, I may say. And this kind of reminds me of raspberries. Raspberries and herbs. Ooh. Alright, now we're gonna try them. We're gonna try the Ryujin. That is actually very tasty. Wow. It has a very sweet taste to it. It doesn't taste at all like your typical Japanese whiskey. Wow. I don't sense any sort of peat into this, which is also not a very common thing in Japanese whiskey. This is very different. Wow. It's not very strong in smell at all. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend you to drink this on the rocks. I will say grab either a nice iced rocks glass or any sort of glass and just pour that in, or just take it neat. It is fantastic. I would not recommend it. So I would not recommend this with any ice at all. Number one, very low alcohol content. Number two, the smell and the taste is very subtle. You don't wanna disturb that subtleness, you know? Wow. I'm gonna try with a little bit of water now. And then we're gonna do the A.H. Taylor. I'm gonna pour a little drop. Oh, that was probably a little too much of a drop. I'm gonna put a little more. Swirl it, let it mix. Wow, now the smell came out a little more. Now you can feel more of that floral, kind of like cherry smell to it. Oh yeah. The flavor was definitely diluted with the water. It is a little less sweet, of course, with the dilution. Wow, it has a really great finish too. Honestly, this is a very different kind of Japanese whiskey. I gotta say I really like it. I really like it. I wonder what it will be like to put it in the freezer and take it the way that people do it in Japan. There's a chance it may bring out a little more of the oils in the whiskey, you know, maybe make it feel a little more like mouthful perhaps. But I like it neat. You don't need to put any ice, you don't need to put any water into this. Like just neat, normal, or an iced glass. All right, I'm gonna drink some water, and then we're gonna do the E.H. Taylor. All right, a little more water. Also, I'm doing this video right now because I also personally have taken the opportunity to, well, more like the initiative to decide to go sober starting the month of May. So today being the last day of April, I took the opportunity to do this video here at work when there's nobody here, you know. So yeah, so a little more private, a little, you know, I can feel a little more, I guess, loose to talk to the camera, which is something that I don't do normally. And then tomorrow I can start my sober month, you know. I'm gonna start cutting some things out of my life. I need to start making some new habits that are gonna be healthier for me, mentally and physically. So today will be a great day to enjoy some bourbon and some Japanese whiskey. All right, let's go ahead and try the E.H. Taylor single barrel. Wow, the smell is fantastic on this one. Wow, it's so aromatic. Yep, that raspberry. So as you take this, you taste more of that raspberry kind of like scent to it. It's so funny because before I started drinking whiskey, and I will hear people say things like, oh yeah, like you can taste grapes, you can taste like corn. I was like, can you actually taste the actual corn or the actual grape? But it's not necessarily that. It's more like, it's like a chemical reaction that creates a certain scent of corn or a certain scent of grape. And I feel like there's a chemical reaction that creates a similar scent of raspberries in this kind of whiskey. Because remember, you know, like the process of making whiskey is kind of a science and it's an art as well. And that's something that I really appreciate about this. You know, it's like, it's fun, you share with your friends, and it's also like you're playing scientist. You know, you're playing the drunken fun scientist. You're like freaking Rick. You're like Rick Sanchez. But yeah, it's like, I can taste the raspberries on this. It's fantastic. It's a lot stronger, obviously, than the actual smell. Still a little grassy too, like raspberries and like freshly cut grass, but not like some nasty smelling grass. It's like really nice grass. It's so hard to describe that. This is a fantastic drink. I've had the small batch once. I do prefer that one a lot more than this one, but this one is still fantastic. Now this one, I've had it on the rocks. I prefer it neat. You know, neat. You just taste the true alcohol in this. Frosted glass will be pretty cool. If I put it in the freezer, it will be awesome. Now let's try it with a little bit of water, and we'll come to an end of the video. To the video. There. Also, I haven't had anything to eat today, just asparagus. And I have some tacos waiting on me. Swirl it a little bit, let it mix. Yep, the smell's still the same. Still pretty strong. So with this whiskey, adding a little bit of water did open up that flavor some more. So to me, it seems like the flavor became a little more accentuated. Like that grassy flavor, the grassy smell that becomes the flavor. Same thing with the raspberry. a little more grassy, I would say. It's fantastic. Man, it's like, wow. These are both great whiskeys. Very different whiskeys from very different countries. American, Japanese. It's like we have a whole like battle going on here. I would have liked to have anything else to share here, like Scotch, but I don't have any Scotch at the moment. And it would have been cool to have all three of them together, kind of like a battle royale. But I'm very happy with this. Honestly, I recommend you both to get your hands on any of these ones. This one is gonna be very hard for you guys to get. So if you see this, you see the Golden Dragon, get it. And thank you for sitting through my video.